folks, welcome back to an episode of AFC Thames with me, DoctorBenjyFM. Good to see you. I hope it finds you very well. If you're enjoying the series, make sure you drop a like on it, make sure you subscribe, and let's delve right in. So we've changed the system up. You can see that from the off. We've taken the wingers away, we've moved them slightly back to fullbacks, and there's a reason we brought McNeely in, and Ings, of course, is still here as well, and it's because I knew that at some stage this might have to be the solution to what is not necessarily a problem. It's a weird start to the season. Of course, last time out we played Walsall, it was a 3-1 defeat, and I feel justified in that defeat because they've only lost one game so far this season. They're top of the league, as I thought they would be. I feel slightly less pained by that result now, although you're still frustrated by it, of course. And then 4 draws on the bounce. Brackley, Chester, Torquay and Stevenage. All draws, for goodness sake. We play Chester again today in the FA Cup, so that's going to be good fun. And then a win in the Builder-Based Trophy, which is a competition we sort of half care about. A draw against Yeovil, and then 2 back-to-back wins over Eastleigh and Kettering. And things suddenly look pretty good. We only lost 1 game this season until Hereford. And then that was a 3-1 defeat. A game we did not play very well in. The only goal we scored was a penalty. You can see not a particularly great performance from us, but it happens sometimes. Kingston Town today then, and then Chester as promised yesterday. Let's see how we get on these 2 then. In terms of goal scoring, Duckworth has been the main man. 9 goals from 9 games so far, and hopefully we'll continue that good form today. Martin York next to him. It's been a little bit more indifferent. The pair of them actually have been, I say good form from Duckworth. Like, they're quite sporadic with their goals. Of course, he scored a hat-trick on the opening day against Barrow. Since then, only 2 goals. It's not really enough. There's obvious reasons to why we're drawing. And Duckworth, in fairness, is probably the same. 3 goals against Barrow, 4 against Chippenham Town, and then 2 against Kettering, and nothing in between that. So yeah, again, not enough goals scored on a consistent basis, but a good tally anyway. I guess there's some positives to that. Michael Monet has come on and scored a couple of goals here and there, though, so at least we've got someone else to rely on if needs be. And we go to today's game with a few injury concerns. Angus Brunt is injured. We've got Levi Wiley, who is suspended, and I should say was suspended in the game against Kettering, and it was one of the best performances we've ever put in. It was a 4th minute sending off for Wiley. I dropped Fenwick back into the centre of midfield. Wiley didn't even play enough time to get a rating in this game, and then 2 incredibly late goals, which concluded with a 94th minute from Duckworth. It was quite the fight back. The frustrating thing was, we're 1-0 up, even with the 10 men, and we felt pretty good about it. They scored 2 goals in 70 and 79, and then Duckworth, to seal things at the very, very end of the game, you can see York over on that side, picks up the ball, lays it back, and it was a great finish. Maybe even deflected on the way in, but we'll take it anyway. Whatever. 10 men, really good performance. And I dare say that win against Kettering, we were knackered. 10 men, we went into the game against Hereford, and we looked a little bit all over the place 3 days later. 4 days later, we have Kingston. We're pretty fit for it, so we should be okay. Fleming is back in goal. The comment section went ballistic for Fleming, who's played a little bit for me here and there. Again, we've not lost that many games, so I guess he's doing an okay job. Leddy, Scott, Coker at the back, Ings, McNeely. We've got Fenwick and Parker in the centre, with a Cohen behind Duckworth and York, who's been changed to a poacher rather than an advanced forward. His manager at Cambridge got in touch and said, play him as a poacher. I said, no. He said, play him as a poacher. I said, okay, fine, yeah, we'll do. So here we go then. First game, Kingston Town in the league. We currently sit 11th after all those draws. We've drawn more games than anybody else in the league other than Kettering, of course, another side that we've played. And we've got a few games in hand on some of the sides above us. So we need to start winning, though. 7 points between ourselves and Hereford so far. But we do have 2 games in hand on them. But I say we also need to start winning. All right, then, Kingston Town, a game that I think we're probably pretty well matched against. It's a game I think we should be winning at the very least. So let's see if we can produce the goods. Come on then. Right, do you know what I'm excited by, and I'm sure you lot are also excited by, is that I know that once I get out of this division, our stadium capacity will increase, and we will potentially be able to bring in players for money. I was talking to someone on Twitter the other day, and it occurred to me that I've sold no players for any money in the series at all so far. A few players have left on frees and things like that, as their goalkeeper has gone walkies. York should score that, flipping heck. We've spent a little bit, a few thousand here or there, but we've not sold a player for anything. Like, it's a pretty crazy situation considering how much debt we're in as well. And of course, coming up next is the game against Chester. That looks offside to me, as that is a bizarre strike off the bar, is it? Yeah, it was off anyway. The FA Cup run is something I would love to go on. We started today. Of course, the pressure is on. We've never been on one. We've never really done that well in the FA Cup. We've never had a big tie that we can make some money from. It's the one thing that probably depends. It shapes our finances for years to come. We need something in that game against Chester, as we've got a throw in right now away at Kings Lynn to Ings. Ball played forward. It's a good touch from York to Duckworth, and now it's whether we can get in behind really. We go all the way back to try and figure this out. A Cohen playing quite deeply, but Ings pushing forward. Although we're playing fullbacks over right and left midfielders, they do seem to work really well still. They get forward an awful lot as well. You can see Ings there pushing forward. You wouldn't know he was a fullback in systems like this, really. And we've still got the three at the back as safety as we force a corner from Duckworth. But yeah, it still works pretty well. Again, we're just defensively more solid, which is never a bad thing. Parker ball in. It all sort of happened because Cooper got injured, our left midfielder, and then it was like, well, we probably have to change it. We've got the fullbacks to play. Let's play it. The right midfielders weren't having a massive impact anyway, so we weren't losing too much. And again, defensively, I'm going to say the words more solid as they probably score the opening goal of the game. That's more like it. He looks offside to me, but I guess one of our defenders was playing him on. There's nothing like talking about defensive stability, as you can see. There's nothing like it. Lawless plays the ball across. He's easily onside. Played on by Ings. Fantastic right wing back. Of course, a Football Manager have put out their final patch of the year. I say final patch of the year, maybe final patch of the year. Gameplay patch anyway. The long throws have been changed. A few other things have been tweaked. This is the first game I'm playing on it. If you've not updated your Football Manager yet on Steam, then do that. Public service announcement from DoctorBenjyFM there. As Fenwick's on it. It's a lovely ball towards Duckworth. It's good defending though, as it's cleared away to Lay, which was a lovely piece of rhyming. As forward on that left-hand side, we're trying to chase him down. We can't seem to get close to him. Ball played in. Scott heads away. And we're not there. So they've got a chance to put it in. They do so. It's a bizarre first touch. It's offside. One of the weirdest goals I've seen for a while. It's not counted. So I guess it's not one of the weirdest goals I've seen for a while, but strange play. Playing okay. XG's pretty good. Possession's pretty good. We just aren't getting the rub of the green. Not enough good performances. That's the ultimate situation we've got on our hands. So it might be a case of changing personnel. I'm going to tell them to show me something else in the second half, which should fire them up a little bit. I'm going to go in a little further actually and say I'm furious with your defensive work. I'm going to go for them all really. Try and motivate them as much as possible. A few of them not happy. Peter McNeely, by the way. And I should say this, although we've switched to a sort of a left wing back scenario, is dreadful. His performances have been really, really poor. So hopefully that doesn't continue today as injuries all over the show. Now, the problem we have here is we do not have too many players to bring on, especially centrally. I am tempted to do something a bit risky at this stage. Ings has got an injury. I've talked about this for all game, and now I'm considering maybe taking off Ings and Fenwick, which is a little bit trickier to do. Omar Banks could come on though. A formation we've played before. I just think we need to change it up. We haven't really looked like scoring, so I'm prepared to change it in a pretty risky move. So we're going to go to system and say we've played before. Let's see if it has any impact. Stylistically, we're still going to use wide players. We've still got like a limited amount of players in the centre, it feels like. So it's not the worst thing to change to. Again, like in terms of where the attacks come from, it's not that different. You've still got the two up front. That's a penalty, apparently. I mean, we don't even get to see the full highlight for whatever reason, but the penalty has been given, and Parker is the man to step up. No more shoes. We've missed the penalty, so that's good news. York up front, by the way, having another really poor game. M&A is going to come on next to Duckworth, as we've had 8 shots, 1 on target. We've got ourselves a corner. Parker whips it in, back post, cleared away. We're going to get there first, you'd think. Banks is going to pick this up. Now, it'd be interesting to see if he tries to play it inside or if he runs down the line. I suspect he'll play it inside. Will he? He's going to play it forward, lofted, not particularly good at all, and it gives them a chance to come forward. It's the simplest ball down the middle I've ever seen, as they're still coming forward. We're not closing down. They should have probably scored. After the loss to Hereford, this makes this one even worse. I mean, I'd fire them up, but they don't seem to care at all. We'll go attacking. We'll play slightly quicker in both areas. I mean, 10 minutes to go. We need at least an equaliser here. A Cohen's on a 6.1. I've got nobody to bring on for. I guess Radcliffe could come on for him. I've used all my substitutions, Ben. Understand the rules of football. A Cohen on a 6.1. Duckworth, 6.4. Coker, 6.3. Scott, a 6. We're 1-0 down, and we have played horrendously. One of the worst performances we've put in all season. I'm glad you got to watch it, viewers. Our XG was pretty strong, apparently. We've missed a penalty, of course. I'm so far from pleased. I couldn't be further from pleased. If pleased was in the south of the country, I'd be in the north, viewers. That's how far from pleased I am. If pleased was a place, I'd jump on a plane. I'd go anywhere else because I'm so far. I want to be so far from pleased. Now, the advantage is we still have games in hand on the teams around us, but I'm already looking at it. Like, a gap is emerging, and we are sitting in mid-table for what, viewers? We need an FA Cup run to maybe motivate ourselves, as Chris Fenwick now is injured, which is the worst thing to happen. He's out for 4 to 7 weeks with a twisted ankle. How long is Ings out for? As we may have to go back to the midfield situation. We've got 3 games until we play Chester, or 3 days, I should say, until we play Chester. it feels like a must-win. I'm going to have to go back to this, aren't I? Ings is struggling. McNeely's terrible. It's not going well. Brunt should be back, hopefully. No. Brunt's out for 3 more weeks. So 2 of our key, I say key midfielders, 2 of our midfielders are unavailable, so that's great news. What hope do I have here at beating Chester? That's what I've got to ask myself. How confident am I? It's probably best not answering that question. I just like to win, you know? I don't really care. I don't even care how it happens. Chester are selling players for 150k. I mean, what? I've not got a player even close to that type of valuation. Our most expensive player is a low knee. After that, Dino Leddy is 17k. But there's no point in selling any of these players. I was talking about the sales. There's no point in selling any of them because it has such a small, minute impact on our budgets that it doesn't really enable us to do anything with that money other than just have a weaker team. So you look at the finances, 365k in the red. It's been going down because I spent more money this summer on wages to try and get us promoted. It ain't working so far. Well, Cooper comes back in on the left. It's not. This is far from ideal. Banks is not a wide midfielder either. He's not really a midfielder. We could play him as an inverted winger and hope that he has some sort of impact in the most preferred position. You look at that midfield though, Radcliffe, Marsh Hughes in there, Stevens, who's barely played for me this season, in there as well, Duckworth and York, we need something from. I think the big change I'm going to make is because I feel like we're too slow when we're doing things. We're going to get rid of those two and play a bit more direct. We're going to basically simplify things a little bit and see if that has any impact. We won't get stuck in quite so much. Defensively, we'll defend a little wider as well, which might be a little better because of our shape at least. Team-wise, it's a bit of a mismatch of players, really. Leddy, Scott, Coker, as I say, that midfield of Marsh Hughes, Radcliffe and Stevens, not great. Banks one side, Cooper the other side, who's not sharp at all. And then you've got York and Duckworth. We need goals. That's the big thing here. With that in mind, actually, with our home side, we're going to start attacking, which might be bold, but I think us trying to force ourselves into a lead early on will mean we get to manage that a little bit rather than having to try and chase a game, which we're not very good at, it seems. But could this be the start of the FA Cup run? Could the season be quite mediocre, but the Cup run? You see how much I'm putting? I've got all my eggs, viewers. I'm far away from pleased, but let me tell you, I've got all my eggs in my new location, and I'm putting them in my new basket. I'm trying to put all the eggs in the FA Cup themed basket as it's forward to York, as Duckworth is one-on-one here. If we could set him free, we can't quite. Banks, though, who's a very good player, just not natural at right wing. But, I mean, from what he's doing right now, you wouldn't know it, as we've won another penalty. This is good news, and Marsh Hughes is on the pitch. Now, in theory, Marsh Hughes will score this because I don't remember him missing one. Of course, we missed in the last game. Make me feel better, Marsh Hughes. I feel sick, viewers. I'm far from pleased. I'm also absolutely furious, which is like Absolutely Fabulous, a TV show from years ago, and yeah, I'm absolutely furious, which is different second series maybe. So we've had a penalty 6 minutes in, that good start I was after, and we missed it. So that's the season. Radcliffe, free kick, 25 yards out. I mean, that is ridiculous. It's a great effort. It's not gone in, but it was exciting, viewers. As Cooper now with a corner played in as well. Not that good. I've noticed that short corners are becoming a bit of a thing as well in the Football Manager community. I suspect by the next Streamer Showdown, they'll very much be a part of things. Dan Garner is going to play the ball or lay the ball back to Heath, and it goes forward again. His name looks like danger, and I feel danger every time he's on it. Cooper, though, picks it up as we are sprinting forward to hopefully help. Well, we were very briefly, and now not so much, but York's been played in down this side. He's got Duckworth on the far side. Marsh Hughes, of course, in support. It's kind of weird that Marsh Hughes can play in the role that I'm playing him in, as that ball launched forward, not particularly good. And it's a case of, can we find some space to work an opening somewhere along the line? Marsh Hughes to Coker, launched forward again, flicked on by York, Duckworth in. It's got to be, oh, for heaven's sake. That was arguably a better chance than a penalty. Flipping heck. Can't wait to see that new Spider-Man film. Spider-Man Far From Pleased. That's going to be good, isn't it? As the ball's forward to York, it's offside, so I don't know why I'm seeing this, really. I've had a few chances. It's still 0-0. Of course, this is a knockout competition. Much like in the last game, our XG is pretty good. I'm going to thrash my arms and say I'm far from pleased again. Yeah, it's Spider-Man Far From Pleased. Cooper, ball in. We're under it. Duckworth, we're not. It's cleared away. And they are on this. Thompson with the keys to the city over on that side. Lays it through to Danger, which is now what I'm calling him, as we are not really closing down. Thompson deflects all over the place. If that had gone in, I'd have been furious. Absolutely furious, yes. I feel like we're playing okay. This is the frustration of the game so far, really. I say we're playing quite well. I've just looked at the average ratings, or the match ratings, which I always call average ratings. We're playing horrendously again. So what do we do to change this? I'm just looking, like, you look at the ratings of the players, they are not even close to good. Avero's going to come in, which is a move that I'm a little bit hesitant to make, but at least I know what qualities he's got. Della Kun is probably another one that could come on the right-hand side. We could move Banks to the left. Cooper's having a poor game. Banks is left-footed, of course. It's a move we're going to make. And then in midfield, I guess we're going to stick with what we've got, but it's just not very good, is it? Couple of changes. We'll see if it has a positive impact. We need it to. We're still attacking, remember, as well. And I'm gonna demand more. Whether they've got more to give, I don't know. 15 minutes to go. The game is still pretty locked. Neither side necessarily look like winning it, but the throw-in is going our way. Now, whether that means it's going in an attack for us, that's still to be found. A great ball. York in, surely. Big chance. I mean, he's gone for it there. It's blocked easily by the defender. And now it's maybe a chance for Chester, as their ball forward isn't particularly good either. And that sort of sums up the game, really. Launched back in their direction. Launched back in our direction. What a terrible advert for football it is. Launched back towards them. Launched back towards us. Wait, is this tennis? This is just tennis. Radcliffe forward. Duckworth flick. Oh, my word. It's a massive chance. All right, not long left to go. We're staying attacking. I don't think there's a replay at this round anymore. I think it goes straight to either penalties, extra time. Our players on the bench there looking delighted. Me over here, furious. Again, XG-wise, we are dominating. Do we make changes here? I guess maybe we do. In terms of the match stats, clear-cut chances-wise, we've had 2. They've had nothing. Nothing. All right, I'm going to say you've been unlucky so far. They look down and uninspired. So that's gone really well. You weren't that bad. I believe you can do more. They're now demotivated. It couldn't have gone much worse than that, viewers. I mean, striker-wise, Duckworth's not having his best game. I'm going to bring Monet on, I think, and then maybe, this guy should not be an inverted winger. What am I doing? All right, there we go. Better. Let's see then. Monet comes on, Duckworth off. He's not been great, so I mean, why not? We've not scored any of our chances. As the time is slowly ticking away, I don't need a penalty shootout today. I can't do the stress of it. I just want a goal now for us, so we lead. Their 2 wingers, goalkeeper, centre-back, all playing pretty well. We're a joke. We go straight back into it. Leddy's having a good game. As we're getting to that point in the game, viewers, where I might have to go through my substitutes and see if I've got any penalty takers that can maybe come on. This game is just ebbing away. Right, pause that there. Who have we got? I'm pretty sure we get a 4th sub because it's gone to extra time. So we'll just have a quick look through, you know. No, he can't do it. McNeely, no. Parker, no. 9. Is 9 good in this team? 9 might be quite good in this team. Oh, blimey. 9 might be very good in this team. I'm going to take... Oh, blimey. I'm going to take Banks off, who's not a very good penalty taker. Apparently, you can't make more subs. There's no rule. So that was a waste of time. Good, wasn't it? Good for you and me. Waste of time. Penalties. We've got 1 good taker, and he's missed in this game. So that's exciting. Marsh Hughes, Radcliffe. I mean, 9 would have been top tier in this team. Adela Kun doesn't want to take a penalty. So that's good. Dean Fleming and Leddy are worse penalty takers. They fancy it. So let's give them it. You know, they fancy it, viewers. Avero, I mean, I'm making some of the worst ones take the penalties, and then Radcliffe can come late doors in case we need it. Dean Fleming's taking one. That's the situation we've got. Our FA Cup hopes rest on Dean Fleming, the goalkeeper. In fact, he's going first, viewers. So there we go. Relax. Pick your spot. I'm going to say I'm proud of your efforts. They're just demotivated. Don't say anything to them then. Well done, boys. Really proud of you today. Great effort to take its penalties. Really good. It's a good Chester side. Oh, I feel gutted. Penalties then. Here we go. We'll stick with this camera angle. Why not? I was going to change it, but no, let's not. Let's go with it. Dean Fleming in goal. Oh, my word. I've just remembered I've never seen him save a penalty, so this is good. He's now stepping up. Dean Fleming. He looks calm before the shootout. That might be for goalkeeping. Oh, he's bagged it anyway. We're unbelievable. Dean Fleming scores. Now, what I was thinking is, he goes first, he builds his confidence up. Now, he starts saving them left, right and centre. The confidence he's got from scoring a goal, clearly not having an impact so far. All right, Monet, stepping up. Here we go, to level things at this crucial FA Cup round, of course, viewers. I'm treating like this is the final. Well, thank God it's not. Right, well, we've missed, obviously. Monet's missed it. Man for Chester. Oh, wow, Fleming! It's unbelievable. I actually can't believe it. Leddy stepping up now. Again, one of my worst penalty takers. So probably the penalty of the tie so far. Stepping up, and it's one of the worst. He's a very bad penalty taker. That's why he shouldn't be on penalties. I saw he looked calm, and for me, that was like, oh, you're in them. We need Fleming to go huge again for us. Stepping up. Wow. We need Fleming to go big for it. Never happening, is it? Now, I very intentionally put Marsh Hughes on the fourth one. Fourth penalty, often very important, whether that means scoring it or, I mean, always scoring it, viewers, but it could be a crucial time to score. You don't want someone to miss in this spot. It's not a freebie. So Marsh Hughes stepping up. He's missed the penalty in the game so far. The mind games with the goalkeeper are evident. He's bagged it. Right, well, we're still in this. Just, of course, all hopes now rest on Fleming. If he saves this, the penalty shootout will continue. If he concedes, we have wasted 20 minutes. Not just me, viewers, but you as well. So, let's see. Stepping up, Jackson. Can he make it 5? Or 4, technically. He does. So, hopefully he'll be back tomorrow. We're out of the FA Cup, so we can focus on the league, viewers. And that was the real quiz. Take care of yourselves, everybody. Goodbye. Oh, yeah, this is the end. Goodbye, everyone. Probably not the series, but I'm considering it. We've done with care. Look at this. This is false. This is how I actually feel, but can't do that. You can't do this in a video. Hello everyone, welcome back. Banks was useless, which is a concern. Thanks, Jeff. Cheers, Jeff.